morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. We are in our river journal. Let's get started. Well, today's our last day on the Snake River. And we are redoing our snake page. The postcards that I showed you yesterday, 10 Contemporary Pattern Designers Textile Art Center puts them out, I think. I got them on Amazon. There's 100 different patterns in here. I'm not selling this, so I'm not claiming it as my own work. It's others' work. But I took 4 of them, and I'm going to photocopy them, or I did photocopy them on my little home photocopier from printer. And I altered, as a quilter does, which I'm in my other life, I'm a quilter. I altered colored, black and white graphic, colored. And this somehow is going to turn into my page and use up what I started with on the snake page. So, we're going to shorten our ends here a little bit and give us some torn edges. I might do a tip in. Pretty, I really like that little Weeks Hobonichi for your purse. I like that. And I love the idea of a 5-year one. I was very tempted, but it would take forever to get here. But, okay. I thought about using this because this is the pattern of the Snake River. And we're talking about the origin of the name, which came from the Shoshones. I think we said the other day. Oh, ice skating update before I get going here. She had her private... Yeah, I think she had her private lesson last night. Her teacher is Russian. I don't know how long she's been in this country, but her English is pretty darn good. But, of course, everybody learns English around the world anymore. We're the only ones that only speak one language. But she knew she makes ice skating costumes. So now Bella wants a frilly Dorothy Hamill, Peggy Fleming ice skating costume. I made her watch Kristi Yamaguchi, Kerrigan, Nancy Kerrigan, Dorothy Hamill. There was another girl we watched. The girl, Sonia Bayul, the one that did the flip backwards on 2 legs and 1 leg. She said, oh, I think I can do that. I'm going to try that today. I'm like, oh, okay. Please don't try that. We were watching videos about them last night. So now, this ice skating teacher, who works in conjunction with that rink, of course, knew of somebody's used skates that were Bella's size. Actual real ice skating skates. We have some children's ice skating skates like they have at the rink that we got her for Christmas. But my husband came home. They look brand new. They've barely been used. I think they used them one time and then gave them up and sold them to the rink. And we got them for a little cheaper. Because we don't know how long this phase is going to last. If she goes to the Olympics, wonderful. But she is so... Mima! My husband took her last night because her mom was there last night. Mima! I have the real deal ice skating skates. I said, you do? It's like, oh my gosh. She was so excited. So then she said, I want a costume like they have. I want one of those pretty skirts. I'm like, well, it's all one thing. And I was trying to explain to her. We were looking online. The children's, little tiny, nothing fancy ice skating dresses, $200. I'm like, I'm trying to think how I can sew and make one. Right now, she does have fancy ice skating pants, and I found out how much my husband paid for those. I'm like, seriously? I don't pay that for my pants. But whatever. But she is thrilled. I'm thrilled. The Russian lady, now I don't know if this is her fee talking or what, but the enthusiasm is definitely there. We're going back again this afternoon, she and I. And I don't know if we're going to go tomorrow or not. She said but Bella is very long-waisted. Her legs are average length, but her upper torso is very long-waisted. So I don't know if that works in with all of it, but it seems like it's definitely helping her. All right, the idea was to mix the snake in with the Shoshone Falls, I think, which I took a picture of my art of the snake. It's horrible. The color didn't come out good, and I forgot about the fold. I don't know what this one's going to be. It might just be Shoshone Falls, and we don't talk about the origin of the name. Maybe I'll add that to one of these other pages that we already have. That's the blessing of a traveler's notebook, in my opinion. You can keep adding if you want to. This is one of my trees. We're going to get rid of that because it's just positively ugly. I wonder if you can paint on those things. Now, so then maybe I'll bring this back in. Okay, hold everything. Hold everything. I love how people make, even in 12 by 12 journals these days, they make these focal points with tons of layers. I'm not good at that. That's kind of that was a paint splash. I cut it out. But let me see how we can do this. If we hide that hole a little bit. I still have the borders from the old page on here. Okay, this one has more of a bottom that will be able to incorporate the tree. Am I in shot? Probably not, sorry. Now, I had done this for that page the other day. I might cut these apart. I have to say I'm liking the paper. So I took these 4 cards, photocopied them in a block pattern. And I like it. But maybe the edge of the paper is throwing me off here. Let's try to get rid of this tiny little 1/16 of an inch here. See what happens. So yes, we are into ice skating. We have become an ice skating family. So now I have no white. And I think I'm going to have the tip end go that way. Ooh, I could maybe put this out here. But I don't like that S. Alright, let's see here. Going to have the fold issue. Get these right side up would help. I have tons of paper that I've been making, just scraps. Oh, we never did use this one. What river are we doing? Oh, Zambezi. This one might work on the Zambezi. Those seem like more tribal animal, African safari animal type things. We'll use that for that. I still didn't use this one. I just keep painting and painting and painting. And I'm going to make my own. Here's another tree. Okay. I'm making my own stickers for my trip to Missouri. I'll show you. Let's see. We're sidetracked here. Tangent, tangent. Oh, where did my book go? Maybe we're not going to do a tangent. Oh, here it is. This is one of the quilt patterns right here that I like. It's more of a chevron with gray and white squares that are triangles, and you match them together to get a chevron pattern. But in the middle is a chevron sweep of all bright colors. I love that. Oh, we'll just do a flip through. This is just me being silly. I love that. That was on a magazine picture that was a grassy front yard, and I just did these circles. I love that. This was me, if I ever do a Patreon, which I don't think I will. This is another character I made. I don't know what he is. Scraps. Another character I made. This is political satire. Never mind. This is Southern humor satire. Never mind. This is more political humor. Never mind. Just had to get angry political thoughts out of my head, so I made these crazy pictures. More Southern humor here. An envelope that came in junk mail, and a little bird there, and we just painted it and stuck it here. I don't know what we're going to do. This is probably what I'm going to do my notes in at the quilt retreat. That's why I put the quilt pattern on the front with the measuring tape, washi tape. Another envelope I painted, and I actually have scraps in there that I might add to it. Jonathan Siegel. Remember that book, Jonathan Livingston Seagull? I don't know what, that just came to my head. Mountains. Ain't no mountain high enough. Out of scraps and paint. Some crazy bird. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But here. Alright, that's the cover on the front. It's called Trailblaze. This is another one called The Crown, and it's, oh, I don't think I finished that one. Missing some colors. Anyhow, that one's pretty. This is one I'm working on right now. These are just loose interpretations. This is one I want to try to do while I'm in Missouri. But I tried to, this is the Crown quilt, so I was trying to map out my blocks. I need to make 36 blocks that look like that. This represents bright fabrics. This represents gray or white. Gray, bright, white. I need to make 36 of those. That was just because. Oh, here's block 3. And block 3 is a solid gray block. I think these blocks are supposed to be 4.5 inches. But that's for this one. But I want to make some stickers out of some more art stuff like this. Just put this in the photocopier, the printer, and put sticker paper in there. And shrink these down, make a bunch of them, different ones, and make my own quilt stickers. And I'm going to. This is more just zany stuff. I don't know. This looks like a fish to me, sort of. Sort of. I might shrink these down and make these stickers too. This looks like a fox. I was watching a documentary about Arctic foxes. It was so sad. That looks like a fox, sort of. This looks like a National Park Ranger's hat to me. Or Curious George's father's hat, but not yellow. I don't know. I just had to get some anger out, and you do it in the art motif, right? Right. So I think I'm going to photocopy these and shrink them and put those on sticker paper too. Just for fun, kicks and giggles. But I did that all yesterday. Okay, where are we? We're in Idaho. Ring it back in, lady. I'm waiting on my ice skater. We're going to go get some art supplies. Cheap art cards and things like that, and make a junk journal in between skating sessions with the kid, the little one. So I think I'm going to cut this apart. This was the name of the 2 most prevalent tribes in this area. Shoshone and Northern Paiute. Maybe somehow put these here. Maybe put this off center. Am I in? Probably not. Alright, let's get this splash out of here because that's interfering. This is still all this Hobonichi like paper that I have in this little notebook. I'm down to about 1/5 of it left. But I sure have used that thing. Okay, so Shoshone. I might embellish these a little bit with a pencil or a pen. Shoshone and Northern Paiute. But I like how these look on, and I was thinking this is like snake skin. These are sort of snaky looking if you squint your eyes and hold your breath long enough. So, all right, maybe this is not what I want to do. I would love to have used that, but it just may need to be used somewhere else. But then these definitely get lost. I told you my mom thinks that we were there right after Evel Knievel attempted to jump this. He was trying to do the Grand Canyon, but the Grand Canyon wouldn't let him, whether it was the government or the National Forest Service, which is government, I don't know. So he decided, he was from Montana, so he decided to do the Snake River Canyon because he knew this area outside of Twin Falls by Shoshone Falls. And he bought property, it said, around there, the takeoff place and the landing place. He bought that property and raised a lot of money, blah, 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 and got everything set up, tracks and everything. I think he was running on a track. He was on a motorcycle, running on the track, and then his speed and velocity and geometry, which, bleh, yuck, would give him the speed or whatever power to jump across this canyon upstream from where these falls are. Except that his parachute opened early, so he did not make it. I think he got hurt. He's broken a ton of bones. I don't know if he's still alive. Evel Knievel. Oh, I don't dislike that right there. Let's glue these down to here. We're going to go right over the top of that yellow paper, which I'm sure I'm violating every rule. But if I take it up, it's going to take part of the actual traveler's notebook with it and make it really messy. So we're not going to do that. And it might mess up the other page. We're going over the top of it. We're going to bury this snake with Shoshone Falls. So let's see how this works. It's a good thing this is the last page and the last day on the Snake River, because this book, well, by the time you get back here, it is hard to maneuver. Okay. So, you have a page that fails covered up with snake skin and work on another page. Right? Right. Shed your skin and start all over. And I don't even mind that the yellow from underneath is showing up. It really doesn't even look like it's there. Okay, let's try to do this one first. Maybe. Wait a minute. Nope, nope, nope. Because part of this goes here. Putting it flush with the tip inside. right. We're going to add a tree. Now let's work on this a little bit. Oh, this is hard to maneuver with. Okay. Shoshone. So on this river, we focused a lot about the Native Americans, but I believe they deserve that focus. And they heavily influenced, until seriously, like 100 years ago, this whole area. Till the white men came and pretty much put borders around them. Have we progressed? I'm not so sure. Not all of us. Some of us would like to think we have. Never mind. Okay, we have another tree to work with. So, and we talked about the salmon issues. We talked about art. We talked about camping. We talked about Sacagawea. The beautiful heron page that I absolutely just love. Did I show you the cover of that book? I thought I did. I don't think I did. The Art and Flair of Mary Blair. This is a thin one. There's a thicker one that I think it's called The World of Mary Blair or something. It's very similar, that they're focused on different stages of her work, and the bigger one that I'm waiting on is more of the Disney, and that's really what I wanted, but that was the more expensive one, let me just say, considerably, but whatever. Okay, can't take it with you, or you just buy ice skates at this house. Okay, I gotta put something here. I really like how this came out, the Snake River. I like them all. What am I talking about? Oh, we gotta work on our cover. We're not doing that today. This one does need to be trimmed, though, a little. Now, Picasso had nothing to do with it, but I would like to think that he would have liked this area. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh, that was, oh, I just love this. Just love it. This was really, oh, we didn't include the map. Leaning it back. Maybe we can, ooh, we can use that as our flap. Okay, hold on. We've got this green paper over here. Let's see what else we have in our bag of tricks. And the closest bag of tricks is not the only one. And look at here, we happen to have, and you keep using the same colors over and over with paint, you get repeats. Does that one fit here? Let's just do this. We're going to use our map of Idaho as our tab for our tip in. Clever, clever we are, aren't we? Now, let's see here. I have to be better at gluing. I know a lot of people glue and tape together. I might have to start doing that. Some of this stuff gets so thick. Now, trying to cover the back of Idaho. Just trying to cover up Idaho's backside. Okay. Oops. And once the paper, some of it's been painted, it doesn't stick as well. Got to use other. That lady, Ginny Belly, or whatever her name is, I don't know. I like some of her stuff, some of it I don't like. But she tapes, glues, and tacky glues. She glues 3 mediums. She uses 3 different kinds of glue all at the same time. Double-sided tape, Yoo-hoo, and then she uses tacky glue, I think is what she uses, which I have somewhere. It was right here. But anyhow, sidetracked. Boy, sidetracked. Okay. I like this. I really like how this all turned out. A lot. See, some of this resists paint. I mean glue. So, yes, we're through with the... Oh, we got to get out our list. Which I think I moved. Maybe not. Oh. Is it still in here? I thought I moved it, but maybe it's still in here. Okay. Nope. Alright, so we have the Snake River done. Check. We have one more, no, we have 2 more American rivers. And next we're going to the Zambezi. And then we'll have 2 more. We have 3 world rivers and 2 U.S. rivers to go. This might take 4 journals. Oh my gosh. That's okay. So, we're on to the Zambezi. The only reason I included Zambezi, which seems kind of, I mean, it's a huge river, but I almost went there. I worked for a lady that imported African art from Zimbabwe. This is when Mugabe, is that his name, just went in as president, so it was a long time ago. It actually may have been the very late 90s. I think it was. Anyhow, I think it was. Anyhow, and she went to Africa twice a year on buying trips, and I was going to go with her. But unfortunately, she imported gorgeous pottery, gorgeous stone carvings, gorgeous furniture, metal art. I mean, big life-size ostrich was in the middle of our booth at the America's Mart, which is a trade show, a buying trade show in Atlanta. Oh, it's a beautiful lamps. It was gorgeous. That's probably why I love all these bright colors, because the pottery, which was one of my favorite things, was bright, bright colors, animals, animals, animals. Anyhow, so we would have seen the Zambezi River. That she was going to take me there and show me that. But alas, her business failed. Therefore, I was without a job. But it was a lot of fun. It was about 1.5 years, I guess. Learned how to deal with customs. Importing a container from Africa. That was quite an experience. That was fun. And then opening up and seeing all this pottery and furniture containers, and oh, it was crates. It was awesome. That does nothing to, but that's why I want to do the Zambezi River, just because it's always intrigued me, and I was this close. And I leave 2 weeks from today, yesterday for you. And that's 14 days. And I'm thinking Zambezi might take us 10. I'm averaging about 10 days a river. And book number volume 1, volume 2. We're going to start on volume 3 tomorrow. And I'll have, give or take, 3 or 4 days, and then I'll be gone. So while I'm gone, my thought process is to, we're just going to chat for a second. My thought process is to make a couple videos ahead of time while I'm at the actual retreat. Coming home and going, I'm going to video from my room at night, my hotel room at night, like I did last year, which is no longer on the internet because I took it off. Wish I hadn't done that, but it's too late now. But those days of travel, I might do some travel, like showing you where I'm going, sites, and then in the end, in the hotel room at night, I might be playing with the products I make for my quilt retreat, the stickers and stuff I want to make. I don't know. Last year I was working on a Valentine's Day journal because we went through Paris, was it Paris, Missouri, when I had the Paris prompt. I mean, that was just like kismet. So tomorrow, Zambezi, 10 days-ish. Then I'm on the road. Oh, I started to say, I think, I'm going to film a couple days ahead of time, just arting. Nothing with a thought process or nothing with a goal. Just a couple days that I can put up every morning while I'm at the retreat. And then we'll get back in the car, come home, film the 2 days or 3 days it takes me to get home. And make like a travel vlog. And then come back and do... Oh, no. Oh no, I said I was going to start the Missouri River while we're doing the Missouri trip. We're never, excuse all that. Excuse all that. I might make a couple days in advance and film them in advance of the Missouri. Parts of it, 3 days. Because the retreat is 3 full days. And, let's see, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, and we leave on the 9th. Yeah, might be 4, I don't know, 3 or 4 days of filming ahead of time and then putting those days up while I'm at the retreat center. But on the road, I can work in it while I'm on the road and still do a little bit of a travel vlog too. That's what we're going to do. Oh, that means I have to pack cameras, chargers, computers, tripod. Somehow, that's okay. We did it last year. We can do it again this year. This year's a lot colder. Last year it was so mild. I had no qualms about driving. Now, once we got there, I think one of the days in Missouri it was 19. And it snowed the day I arrived. And it snowed the day I was leaving. But it's snowing a lot right now there. Off and on. I'm hoping there's a lull while I'm on the road. Have a very strong car that was built for snow, or a snow country, but I really don't know how to drive in it. And I'm allowing a day. If I have to stay someplace a day extra in a hotel, so be it. We'll just go shopping. I don't know. Anyhow, no, I gotta save all my money for fabric. Can you tell I'm excited? Yeah. And. See y'all tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for watching. You can follow me on Instagram right here, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.